Hello there, welcome back to Profneel. It's a pleasure having you here. Guest service, the only priority in the hospitality industry. 12th November 1983 was the day the first ever test match was played at the newly built Motera Stadium in Gujarat, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. It was to be played between the reigning world champions, India, versus the West Indians, whom they had humbled in the finals at Lords on a warm sunny day in Lords in June that year. The West Indies were very upset and they wanted to get back at India, and this was labeled the revenge series, and so it was. They got the revenge. But the story about talking is different. I This concerns the test match at Motera, where in this series before Ahmedabad, Sunilgavaskar had already scored his 29th Test century, thereby equaling Sir Donald total of 29 centuries in Test cricket. So the entire world's attention was on Ahmedabad, that Sunil Gavaskar would create a new record by scoring his 30th at Ahmedabad. Thanks to the benevolence of Mr. Max D'Souza, the Times of India sports editor, my class fellow's father and neighbor, I had a VIP pass and I was looking forward to going there. But on the first day, on learning that India was fielding, I decided not to go. I gifted that to a friend. I wanted to go when Sunil was batting to create a record. Now, when Sunil batted in the second, when it was time for India to bat in the second innings, it coincided with all the things in the world. Of all the things in the world, with my food and beverage service practical examinations the first years, I somehow I knew that if I could manage, I could by lunch, after lunch, so I could skip and go and finish my YOC and go and watch Sunil Gavaskar break the record of the VIP pass in my hand. Everybody at IHMA Ahmedabad, from the principal Mr. Rafiq to the lowest rung employee, the students, the teachers, all knew my passion for cricket. They knew that I would be found missing after lunch break if there's a test series going on in England, because I should be home by 3:30 for the test match special cricket commentary on BBC starting 3:30. And if it a test series in Australia, I would be waking up at about 300 hours or 400 hours and to hear the test cricket on Australian Broadcasting Corporation, the commentary. Mr. Borgia, my F&B instructor, was well aware of this, my passion. That day he ensured that after lunch service also he gave me some duties, and somehow I also got into that mode, and India was already batting, and I got this news from everywhere. So if you go into the pantry to pick up and drop things, you check up and you know that Sun is batting, and he's batting very fluently, and all that was getting onto my nerves. Finally, when it was time to, my Viva was ended at about tea time, 4 p.m. It was too late to go to Motera because Sunny was already out on 10 runs short of his 30th century in Ahmedabad, which he would do so later at the series at Madras or Chennai. Anyway, but I didn't miss much. But then I was so upset at not seeing that 90, which was a master innings, I believe, from whatever I've read in the papers or from those who saw it. That friend of mine who had the pass, he returned it back to me, and I burnt that pass like a jilted boyfriend who gets an invitation card of his girlfriend's wedding. So, but I learnt a lesson. I learnt the biggest lesson, that one, I chose to wait on a guest as my career. The demand of my career, this career demanded that And this is a very demanding career, hospitality industry, a profession. It demanded that I wait on the guests. These are all frivolous things in my life. My first priority is the guest. So goodbye, I was bid farewell to all these test matches and these friends' birthday parties and weddings and dates and all that stuff. If you have time, you can manage it in between. I learned that. But life has a way of making up. Later in 1987, as a senior captain at the Taj West End at Bangalore, I had the unalloyed joy of enjoying Sunil Gavaskar on television, but scoring 10,000 runs in Test cricket, the first man to do so. So the forces of the I learned that another lesson, that the forces of the universe always conspire to fashion something a bigger reward for you than what you lost in life. Embrace the twist to enjoy the turn. Thank you.